Another setback for Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, as a group of Ukrainian soldiers has surrendered to Russian forces in the city of Dimitrov, known in Ukraine as Mirnograd. Footage released by the Russian Defense Ministry shows 3 Ukrainian servicemen running toward Russian positions with their hands raised. According to Russian officials, the prisoners of war described a desperate situation. They claimed their commanders ordered them into an assault operation near the line of engagement, then abandoned them as incoming fire intensified. The Defense Ministry says the men believed they were being sent to their deaths, and that surrender became their only chance of survival. Their testimony added to growing reports of internal strain within the Ukrainian command structure. At the same time, in the Zaporozhye region, Russia's unmanned systems forces and airborne EOD specialists have been clearing advance routes for assault detachments. Combat engineers from the Novorossiysk airborne formation used drones to detect and neutralize explosive devices planted near Primorskaya and Stepanogorsk. Russian drone operators say their systems are deployed whenever suspicious objects are identified. Once a target is confirmed, drones drop specialized charges directly onto the explosive, clearing the path for advancing Russian forces. U.S. President Donald Trump is said to be extremely frustrated with both Russia and Ukraine over the stalled ceasefire negotiations, according to his spokeswoman. Kyiv says the United States is still pressing Ukraine to consider major territorial concessions, including acceptance of Russian control in parts of the south and partial withdrawals in the north. Under the current U.S. proposal, Russia would pull troops from regions it has not formally claimed, including Kharkiv, Sumy, and Dnipropetrovsk, while retaining positions it secured after the 2022 annexation declarations. Ukraine, however, has pushed back. Officials submitted a 20-point counter-proposal to Washington this week, though the full text has not yet been released. The disagreement underscores widening fractures over what a realistic peace plan might look like. Meanwhile, Trump issued another warning on Friday that the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict could trigger a global catastrophe. He cautioned that if the fighting continues unchecked, it could end up in a third world war.
I'd like to see the killing stop. 25,000 people died last month, soldiers, mostly soldiers, but some people also where bombs were dropped. But for the most part, 25,000 soldiers died last month. I would love to see it stop. And we're working very hard. It doesn't really affect the United States unless it got out of control. You know, a thing like that, as you probably know, because you are a professional, a real professional, which is something I don't say about a lot of other people, but you are a great professional. Things like this end up in third world wars. And I told that the other day. I said, you know, everybody keeps playing games like this. You'll end up in a third world war, and we don't want to see that happen.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.